thank you so much for these kind words and the appreciation which we got from you. And we here with me is Mr. Lambiar, as you rightly pointed out, and Mr. Abhijit Bora. He is my GM Strategic IS. And we have been listening to the earlier speakers here. And rightly, as you pointed out, the 7 artifacts where the digital organization goes forward with. So we were just thinking what we have done right while we attempted our journey towards this path. So we have put together a very small presentation on what we are doing the digital front. But to start, give you a precedence to that, I just need to say that IOC has always been the forefront of technology acceptance. Starting in the early part of 2000, we went for SAP systems as a ERP, and then doubled up with certain more initiatives in the LPG sector, and followed it by a very unique epic program called the e-platform for Indian oil customers, which is totally customer-centric and involves all my business units, be it LPG, retail, institutional business, giving me a 360-degree view of all my customers and how they are related to me in various forms of energy which I supply across India, which is to about 50% of the Indian population. And we being the largest enterprise in the country in oil and gas sector, and having a very large infrastructure base and one of the largest supply chain management company, digital came as a boon to us. And it was in 2018-19 that we actually did a small in-house churning to see where are the gaps lying once we have done the 2 ERPs. And this is a journey of a journey called iDrive, which is basically the digital readiness and IT enablement for our company. And I'll just take you to a few slides to showcase how we have went about doing this in the direction I think both the speakers before me has pointed the right things. And that is what we have done. Next one. The iDrive project, which I very proudly say is centered around the 4 themes. It's not one theme, it is broad-based themes are 4. And we have made a significant progress across all these pillars. Out of these are the 3 high-impact value drivers. One of them is the high-impact analytics. B, we have the emerging tech platforms and custom tools. And D, but not the least, is the change management. These are the 4 pillars which we have heard speakers speak about it when they teach and tell us what should go right to get our digital platforms and the things right in our organizations. So today, as we speak, we have about 35 high-impact analytic cases, but we are already doing it in our company. We have taken about 6+ TIAN IOC emerging tech platforms that have been deployed. We have about 50+ custom tools. We'll have a glimpse of those as we move on. And we have, engaged about 3,500+ employees directly, which are engaged in this. And we have senior leaders, 50+ senior leaders who are driving the program. And we have upskilled about 1,000+ employees into this particular program, as we did in 2018. We started as a very humble beginning in all the 4, if you see this horizon. Pre-2019, we had a data-driven decision. We had to identify the opportunities in analytics part. Then we set up about 10 pilot projects at select sites. And we had refineries as one of our major, interest areas here, because they are large units in our company. We have 10 refineries to look at, and they consume best of my capex and best of my energies, and they process crudes and bring out all my products. So we went into the heat exchangers, the continuous catalytic converters, and we have done analytics around that to gain data-driven insights to that. And it is growing momentum as we move on. Today, as I see in 2020, we have unleashed, as I said, the power of AI/ML, and 35 advanced analytics initiatives are underway. And we have created an in-house analytics hub, which has been institutionalized, where I sit and operate from. As far as the custom off-the-shelf tools are concerned, we conceptualized certain tools in 2019. We have the solution designed to strengthen the divisional tech setup. We have about 20+ tools in 1920, which are now about 60 as we move on to 2022. And these are multi-dimensional focus, and we are covering customer experiences, supply chain optimization, payment digitalizations, process improvements. Like, we have not left any of our fields where which can be used and provided those tools which are custom off-the-shelf tools and customized to our interest in our organizations. With regard to the emerging technologies, as I was mentioning, we did a technology deep dive to identify which latest emerging technologies will be of use to us. We had set up a cutting-edge enterprise-wide platforms, the DMP, one of the data management platforms, as somebody was mentioning, on a single source of truth, which will happen here. Then we have RPA, AR/VR, bots and drones, BI platforms, and digital payment platforms. This is what the 6 platforms which we have brought in our company, which are across the corporation. And we have, somebody was saying, data-centric. We have institutionalized these platforms by empowering employees, through maybe hackathons. We give them an idea, periodic trainings, and AR/VR Center of Excellence we have created at Gurgaon. We keep doing regular market scans to identify latest technologies and explore new use cases which can be of help to us. We look at our peers within the India or globally, which can be used whether from our industry or across the industry. As regards the change management, we went about doing certain digi hackathons and immersions where we engaged our senior leaders into the digital sessions, give them the insights how this can be done. We have democratized the technology. We have done RPA botathons. We had ideas coming out from our own employees who are not even IT professionals. We have done the mobility hackathons, and some of the mobile applications given by them are now put into action in our company. We are also engaging our senior leadership into something called reverse mentoring through our young leaders who are there in a company to mentor them on their interest areas. And the second part of this, we are just engaged. And while we did this, we got recognized and rewarded through several organizations like 50, Governance Now, and things like that. This is the ISL digital program has grown by leaps and bounds, as I was telling you, in the past year. And we have the current tree look like what we have discussed earlier. Multiple large-scale change management events are happening. And these things we just considered, but we are using all the views across the company, not only refineries. We look at marketing division, the pipeline division, and the R&D division also to bring out any change or tech stacks that they want in their workings. We have ambitious plans to keep pushing the digital agenda further. We started with 79 initiatives. We focused on increasing efficiency and effectiveness of the core business, which actually the core business is what we do is the refining and marketing of fuels, and we want to be efficient and excellent there. So that is what we have done. We are here today, which is about 130 initiatives, 35 use cases, and 10% of the organization directly engaged. But as we move on, what we have wanting is to have self-sustaining digital idea funnel, continued rediscovery of the emerging technologies, double down on the advanced analytics and RPA. We should have our DCOEs embedded in our BUs itself, and about 75% of our organization directly engaged and impacted by what we do out here in the digital setup. And as we say, we start with a very small developed ideas. First, test them out from end-to-end solutions, which include the asset and data monetization, marketplace creation, multi-channel offerings, and then scale up those MVPs to digital business models. So today, as I look at, we have somebody mentioned, my speakers are mentioning, we have an enterprise-wide technology platforms that we have adopted. One of them, which I was talking, was a RPA, where we have enterprise-wide platform has been given for democratization, everyone to use that. And today we have multiple use cases launched and RPA hackathons conducted. We have 10 use cases around the bots and drones inspections at the refineries, new use cases being identified such as robotic cleaning of tanks, leakage sensing bots, and the underwater bots. AI platform is my interest areas. That is where we are conceptualizing, and I look forward to having a lot of cutting edge cases coming out here. But this is my interest area for going forward as I move on in our journey. Business intelligence, that is already underway. We have self-service dashboards created. About 200 plus employees are trained and using them. We have used chatbots, AI-enabled chatbots for vendors, customers, and employees. They were very helpful during the pandemic. There were no call centers available. So we were able to handle the subsidy-related complaints reduced by 50% through these chatbots, which we got them used in this area. And then we have the digital experience centers with 5 AR/VR safety training modules, which have been very helpful in refineries. And we have a AR-enabled asset inspections. We have bought the small smart helmets which are enabling this thing to be done. And the big thing is the data management platform. As I was saying, there's a single source of truth for 50 plus IT and OT data sources. We have very large OT data sources in the form of refineries, the pipelines, the SCADA systems. And this is going to be the foundation of our integrated analytics as I move on. We will have different data types integrated from refineries. So this is how I look at it today in terms of what we have done. And this is just a snapshot of what all we have done in terms of actual things, large being the integrated refinery planning tool, the end-to-end tender management systems, and the unified CRM programs, and many such things. End-to-end project management suite is something which we are very proud of, because this is enabling me to look at about 2 lakh crore projects which are going on for my company are being monitored through this, and with the CCTV being also used to monitor these projects. So going forward, we have tools like integrated planning tools, network planning tools, and these are the things which are enabling and setting up a very strong digital platform on which we can take off as we move on in this direction. Thank you so much. This, I thought, give you an insight into what we have done so far, and road as we are just still walking on the road and begin to run on this. Thank you.